Welcome back to the show. We're continuing to track Ida as now the remnants are getting a little bit closer to us. Now the center of circulation is still over into northeastern portions of Mississippi, closer to Tupelo, and that will continue to push some of those bands our way. And you can see those feeder bands stretching from the Gulf all the way up here to the north, feeding the storm. And so we will get in on some of these intense rain bands as we head through the day today. None out there right now, at least over our state. There's some just across the border into Alabama. You can see a few of those thunderstorms right now starting to fire up just south of Anniston. We'll continue to slide our direction, so we'll see some thunderstorms and we'll get some heavy rain in here, and we'll also get the threat for some brief spin-up tornadoes. We have a slight risk for severe weather over much of North Georgia, including central Georgia as well. That's this yellow area here. It's a level 2 threat. We call it a slight risk for severe weather, and the level 1 extends over toward the east. So a threat for just about all of the state today, and this will last right on through the day. We'll have it this morning, and I think by mid-morning we'll start to see that rain start to intensify. We'll start to see some thunderstorms in the area, and it will last right on through the rest of the afternoon as more bands will continue to push through. The other threat today will be that heavy rain, which will lead to some flooding. Meteorologist Melissa Nord has more on that.
And the tornado threat, Chesley, and the flooding threat very similar to what we saw from Fred in this sense, because these are tropical rain bands that can rotate, and also we can definitely see some very heavy rain rates that lead to flash flooding. So totals overall today are going to be highest north and west of Atlanta. Locally, those totals could be 3 to 4 inches. I think around the metro, 1 to 3 inches in general, with some higher amounts possible. So when you get repeated rounds of heavy rain, it can very quickly lead to some flash flooding. So the National Weather Service has extended that flash flood watch all the way through the Atlanta area. This goes into effect at 8 and will continue, Chesley, through tomorrow afternoon. All
right, thanks a lot, Melissa. When you talk about that heavy rain, it doesn't take much in the way of wind to cause some of those trees to topple over. We're expecting those winds to start to pick up. They're calm for the most part right now, but expect sustained winds to be anywhere between 10, 15 miles per hour, maybe even up to 20 miles per hour in some spots. Now, gusts will certainly get up to the 20 to 30 mile an hour range as we head through the afternoon, expecting those to peak out by this afternoon and then begin to diminish once we head into the evening. So Ida's impacts, once again, we're talking about heavy rain, 3 to 5 inches in some spots. You got those brief spin-up tornadoes and then those gusty winds associated with a few of those thunderstorms. Temperature-wise today, we're starting off in the 70s. Will remain there through the afternoon. I'm thinking of a high of about 78 degrees this afternoon. Now, we're also watching Tropical Storm Kate, which is in the middle of the Atlantic, but that's going to head further off to the north where it will begin to dissipate. And then back behind Kate is a cluster of thunderstorms that has a 90% chance for development. Could happen today where it becomes a named storm, or tomorrow. If that's the case, Larry will be the next named storm. Here's our forecast track model. You can follow along with the time right there at the top of the screen. Notice how the rain begins to intensify through mid-morning into the afternoon. We'll have some very heavy pockets pushing into the forecast area. We'll have those embedded thunderstorms and a few brief spin-up tornadoes. Here comes another line of heavy rain moving in as we head toward the evening by 7 o'clock. That will spin out as well, and then we'll keep the rain in the forecast through Wednesday, especially early in the day, and then by the afternoon things will begin to clear out, which is good news for us. All right, we're looking at our weather wild moment